Hello, Avatar. Today we're talking about decentralization and doing politics. The main problem that decentralization poses on doing politics or political management is middlemen are greatly reduced and that central powers will lack total control of production, prices, and choosing winners and losers. Low-level government employees might not even understand. Most people were indoctrinated by the public schools and the news and entertainment media. Therefore, pro-government workers and volunteers will see central government as a benevolent authority that only bad people question. To the volunteer thought cops, the government, and not the work of the household, is why there's food on the table. The elites are already planning on running things so poorly the media is reporting crickets, cicadas, grasshoppers, and worms are going to be introduced as food in the near future. There is an alternative, although many socinos don't want to talk about it. And that alternative is decentralization, free markets, and replacing the nanny state with self-reliance. I acknowledge taxes, government spending, and regulation must come down to reduce taxes to allow for this. Brain power, work ethics, and personal planning and responsibility become extremely important in this economic environment. One problem is the socinos routinely punish and gaslight their base and suck up to the globalist, feminist, and leftist politicians. Why did it take 9 months for Congress to pass Trump's tax cuts? Further, why wasn't a necessary spending cut in order to pay for Trump's other spending programs? Even though Trump had a GOP majority in Congress, the swamp still had much power. Most socinos enjoy the praise they receive for being good opponents in the dog and pony show. If the rank and file of the political parties really grasp decentralization and the difference between real economics and command and control economics, there would be change fast. But people volunteer to tattle, snitch, steal, harass, and push leftist ideology. The GOP and the local churches in the state where I grew up signaled they weren't going to fight back against creeping tyranny, and the cucks blamed young people and music. Then they started trying to smooth over differences with the teachers' union and other organizations. Of course, in 2008, Bush 43 bailed out the banks. That was not a victory for capitalism, but it was a victory to preserve the elite's way of life. Anyway, one of the main points of this is most of the nanny states hustles would become ineffective if the population adopted decentralization and or if the Federal Reserve fails again. Again, the intelligence, work ethic, and personal responsibility of each individual will be very important. The alternative is techno-feudalism. Have a great day, Avatar.